final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a run with the rookie from UCLA. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Here's a first carry for their running back. Down the sideline, past the 40. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Patriots. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. The extra point is good. And the Patriots will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Cavante Turpin on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup.
Alert, alert, alert!
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. 56, 56. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
Brings up 2nd
Alert!
and a yard.
Alert! Attack!
From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Cook. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Middle. Middle, 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 middle. Look out.
From the gun, Josh Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Buffalo.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is third down.
Hey, hold.
A 2-yard loss brings up third down and 12.
Look out.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Half 85, half 85.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Monday. That's it.
They'll try and throw for it with Allen. That is hard. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Buffalo. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They face second down and 7. Working out of the gun. It's May. And we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
What's that?
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Half 10. Gun. What's that?
Here's Allen to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. 3rd down coming up.
Regular. Look out.
Here's Allen to throw. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid.
There you go.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
What's that?
Now Allen. That is caught, and they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be 1st and goal. Here's Cook. Powering forward. He's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Bills. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Throwing on 2nd down. May. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
Here's Cook. And he'll get about 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On the handoff, this is Cook. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Buffalo.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Cook. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Stop. Stay tight. Alert. Here you go.
So now they'll throw it with Allen.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Here comes the jet sweep. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
The ball inches from the goal line. 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's Cook. And he's in for the touchdown. But hold everything. There is a marker down. These points may come off the board. Third and goal.
Look out!
Now a designed run. It's Allen. This defense standing up in the red zone. They stop him for no gain. And now it's 4th and goal. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. His kick is perfect. And the Bills will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go play action with May. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Berringer to punt. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. He'll return it from the 11. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Here's the first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Here's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 42-yard line.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. A run up the middle with Cook. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
All 52.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 6.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. 56, 56. That's it.
On third down, it's Josh Allen. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Bills first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come to the line now on second and 2. On the carry, it's Cook. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
Regular. All 52.
And the Bills
Alert!
first down. First and 10
Alert!
at the 16-yard line.
Half. What's that?
Throwing is Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. That one good for 15 and a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
What's that?
They'll run with Cook. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. Second and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think...
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's first and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a second and 6. Now, May. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the third quarter has come to an end.
Patriots 7.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Throwing now is May. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
May to throw again. That is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
They'll run with Cook.
James Cook, the ball carrier. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 26-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Middle. Hey, home. Half 85. Here we go.
Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman. And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Cook. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. Looking middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. Here's a 3rd down and 4. A run with Cook. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
He's tackled at the 7.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th and 1.
They'll try it now with Cook. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs. Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. To throw is May. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They'll go. Here's May. Now thrown deep for Bell. That is brought in. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert 1st downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. May to the air once more. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. And he misses the extra point. It's no good. That is his 2nd miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. A pair of 1st downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack, and that flag is probably on the offense as well. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. This one, downfield for Kincaid. And the Patriots are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
I got to be honest, Mike, I'm a little surprised in the fact that they're even deciding to throw the ball given the situation. I mean, it's unlikely that that decision will cost them the game, but stranger things have happened on a football field.
Let's go.
To throw on first down is May. He's going to air this out for Davis.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just no...
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook.
Number 4, James Cook, the ball carrier.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Look out.
Once again, it's Cook. And he'll be near a first down, but he's going to come up about a yard short. One final chance for this defense. And here's 3rd down. We'll try and run here with Cook. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter.